The Indians have travelled down under to the great southern land, to Adelaide, to the city of churches. A beautiful place renowned worldwide. Now our Qantas A380 flies us into the revamped Adelaide Oval. Houses more than 50,000 spectators these days. It's had a footy season, it's had the Rolling Stones, and it's ready for the first test match of the summer. The captains are with me. The match referee is Jeff Crow, Michael Clarke is here, and Virat Kohli leads India for the first time. Michael.
It's as called. It's tails Australia.
Michael Clarke has won the toss.
Yeah, we're going to have a bat, Mark. Thank you. The wicket looks fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen a ground look as good as this. It's amazing. The staff at the Adelaide Oval have done an outstanding job. So I think both teams are excited to get out and start this first Test match.
That's a big cheer for a toss win.
Yeah, they're as happy as probably the batters. I think the wicket looks good. But in saying that, we're up against a very good attack, so we're going to have to bat well this morning.
Tinged with sadness as we are. I've heard that you've made a special 13th man for this game.
Yeah, we do have a 13th man. I think we will have well, certainly for the rest of our careers, that's for sure. So Philip Hughes is our 13th man, and he'll be with us the whole way.
You ready to go?
We're ready to go, yeah. The boys are excited. Like I say, I think everybody, the players, the public, the media, I think everybody's excited to get out and start cricket.
Right. To confirm the sides, Ian Healy is back to join me. Ian, a very good-looking Australian side, this to me. Extra balance, I suppose you might say, with Watson fit and with Mitchell Marsh able to bowl.
Yes, there's security everywhere for Michael Clarke. If they can keep this 12 together for a long period, it's going to be so valuable. You look at the strong top order as long as they play well, and then you've got Mitchell Marsh and Shane Watson in there as well. The fast bowlers, they've got a freshness about them. Mitchell Johnson's had a bit of a break through the one-day series. Ryan Harris has had 8 months out. Peter Siddle is raring to go. And I think Nathan Lyon bowls well on this type of wicket, more so than a wicket that's supposed to spin a whole lot. So, yes, that 12 and that 11, or 12 with Hazelwood, looks great. Now, let's look at the Indian side. I don't think we have any doubt in our mind that they have to function at the top of the order. It's also important that Cheteshwar Pujara and Virat Kohli make more runs than they did in England. India had a very rough time losing the Test series there quite comfortably. Ajinkya Rahane is a top-class talent. Rohit Sharma is one yet to realise his talent. India want the best from him. Wriddhiman Saha will keep wicket. Khan Sharma is the leg spinner. I'm surprised that R. Ashwin isn't playing, but there's a bit of pace there. It's all about to find out. Around the wicket is Shami. In-swinger, as Mark Taylor mentioned. On offer, first ball. Full at the moment. It's timed unbelievably.
There's his mindset. Clear mind, see the ball, hit the ball, cover drive 4. What a start from Warner.
Doesn't swing. Gee, they're going to have to make it swing. Because Warner will get you. Guess what? It's a free hit. No, they've left it wide with all those gaps. Warner says thank you.
I reckon Shane Watson's in the dressing room getting up and down out of the seat, though, batting at number 3. He's going to keep bowling width. As you see, Warner's going to go after it. That wasn't quite out of the middle, and it was in the air. So the bowler will feel he's a chance here.
Again, it disappears.
No, it's not a one-dayer. It's a test match, this. David Warner's in a hurry, though. 4 falls already, 8 balls for 17.
Oh, again, he stands and delivers. Gets his weight right onto the front foot. And it's the 5th ball.
Well, how does he rein this in if he has to? Does he just keep going with it? Just keep trying to hit every ball for 4? Or, if they start bowling well in good areas, how does he try and rein that back in?
Oh, that's powered. That's on the up and scintillating.
That's just a superb cricket shot. That's what that is. That is not a half volley. It's too wide, though. It's the width that David Warner goes after. He's in that one-day frame of mind. If you give me width, I'm going to go after it. A lot of opening batsmen would just let that go. And that would be a safe ball to pass wide of off stump by probably half a metre. But David Warner is not that sort of player. You bowl that width, he hits you for 4.
Warner taking his eye off it.
Might be time for a few. Yes, I thought it might be. He's lifted over the offside. Got to get the length right, the line right, the length is all wrong, and Warner's 4 more.
I wonder if Warner was trying to flick that over the slips. Just try and use the pace and work it over the slips, but he got more bat on it than we thought, and it's almost a back cut.
Nicely played, down the ground it goes. That was a genuine half volley, and Rogers was able to punch through the line. That would have felt good off the bat. Australia have come out firing. That's the 50-run stand between the two openers. Dave Warner, he's the damager at the moment, but you can always trust on Rogers that he'll get himself going, he'll get himself into a partnership. Edge and taken, that's comfortable. There we go, it's the fuller length, so Sharma worked over Rogers, a few shorter ones, and that one was just the carrot, hanging it outside the off stump.
Well, that's a good start for the slip cordon from India. They were horrible in England. They dropped a lot of catches, so they'll be delighted they've grabbed the first one, got the breakthrough, and also Virat Kohli, captaining India first time. He'll be delighted to have one on the board. Chris Rogers for 9.
Please welcome to the crease the incoming batsman for Australia, Shane Watson.
So there's 2 catches on the onside, just in that zone there. He gets it through, so he's off the mark now, Watson. And he's off the mark with the boundary.
And he looked sharp and really switched on and positive there too, Shane Watson. You watch the way he hits this, his balance is good, and sometimes you see him just fiddle around that front pad. You watch how precise he was with that. He didn't try and flick it too hard. He got himself in a good position. He gave it the full face of the bat, then right at the last minute just turns his ricks and gives it a flick.
That'll go. So that's short and wide. You can see Aaron, he's pushing hard for pace. On that occasion, it's just short and wide.
Look at that. That would have been me. It's the bats. That's what it is. It's the bats.
Just beautiful balance there from Shane Watson. Absolute gorgeous timing. He's such a strong lad, Watson. Just watch the balance, watch the timing, gets the hands through. Classic cover drive.
That's the one. That's the one. He's got forward though, Watson. And Maria Rasmussen moved, but that's the ball.
No DRS in this series, Mark Taylor, is the other thing that everyone watching's got to be aware of. So if the finger goes up, you're out. There's no second look at it. There's no, I want a review. When you play Test cricket against India, there's none of that. He would have had his heart in his mouth, probably going over and probably going down.
Pulled away by Warner. You can't bowl that short to David Warner. He will put you away every time.
140 k's. His mate look as though it's about 110 k's an hour.
And that'll be it. That'll be another boundary down the leg side. That'll be his 50. Only 45 balls and 9 fours in that.
And he looks upwards, and you know why. It means a lot to David Warner this game, and the last week has been really tough. You can tell me a more devastating, talented and dangerous opening batsman in world cricket than this bloke, I'd like to know.
You see that run rate down the bottom there, 5.3. Well, that's excellent for a first session of a test match, but it was about 10 for the first 3 or 4 overs. Warner over mid-off. That's what Dave Warner brings to test cricket these days. Bit of improvisation.
Well, you bowl short, you get met, you pitch it up, and you get slapped straight down the ground. That's just great timing.
We've got a change of bowling out in the middle on debut. Khan Sharma, leg spinner. Preferred it in this side ahead of Ravi Ashwin and Ravi Jadeja, two more experienced spinners.
Really had the Adelaide ground staff done a wonderful job. The pitch is an absolute road for batting. Good toss to win.
Oh, what a good catch that is. That went quickly. Shikhar Dhawan is the man at second slip. Shane Watson is the man that must go.
And India needed that one. They've done a great job, and India really needed this. They've only bowled to their 19th over this morning, but it was wide, it was full, but it was quick. A good catch. Very good catch. Shane Watson's gone for 14. It's 2 for 88.
Little word from David Warner, who's played especially well today, aggressively to begin with, and then street smart in the time that's followed.
Yes.
Probably just one. That's the 100 up for Australia. 2 for 100. Off to a good start.
It's a good firm thump down the ground. Lovely skip of the feet from David Warner. This chap's highly thought of, as is David Warner. My goodness, that's a beautiful use of the hands. This is quite some innings.
I think that's his best shot of the day. It's hard to sort of really pick that out, but this is the closest he's got his front foot to the pitch of the ball. And again, it's just wrist and balance.
Yep.
And David Warner stays unbeaten. A splendid morning of Test match cricket, dominated by Warner, dominated by the memory of Philip Hughes. Warner 50, Warner 63, looked skyward. Has played about as good as you could expect anybody to play.
Even there, that's going to run away probably for 4, but it's only it's just over a half a stride. That's where he's had some trouble, either edging behind or getting that ball that comes back through the gate. It's 2 for 124. Well, this time he beats the bowler, Michael Clarke. Just uses the bottom hand there, and he's got the timing to back it up.
Oh, great shot there from Clarke. Yes.
He finds the gap this time, Michael Clarke. Lovely footwork there.
Too short, too wide from Shami. Michael Clarke's not going to miss out on that very often. Yes.
Now off the back foot. Oh, there's his shot of the day for Michael Clarke. That's better than the first one.
Again, a bit of width, and they're getting punished. That was an excellent shot. Good timing and terrific placement from Michael Clarke.
Yep.
Oh, that's timed well. Gee, that's a good shot. He's waited for that to come on and punched it just for the point. Short ball this time. The gap's not that big. Doesn't have to be. Because Clarke goes to 37 now. And it's 2 for 157. The batting is. They're looking to the heavens. Half a peel. There's a beautiful leg cutter past the outside edge, and it can't be reviewed.
Well, it won't be because you can't use it. They don't want it, India. And we will be able to show you all our technology. If there is a flick, say on hotspot, we'll see it. Where does the bat come through? He's close to his pad. So there's a noise. Bat on pad, definitely. I don't think there's an outside edge, no.
He's over-pitched. He's punched it down the ground. A glorious celebration for the life of Phil Hughes. Can't be a better celebration than David Warner's 10th Test century in 33 Tests.
goes in the gap for 4 more. Way. Those cricketing gods are with the skipper.
Yeah, fine leg, third man. Doesn't matter where they go. Over the boundary, it's 4. Clark on 49 now.
That is Michael Clark on 50.
Yes, well batted, Michael Clark. Timely 50, an emotional 50. Beautiful piece of batting.
Oh, it's safe. It's safe and it's 4. There's so much overspin on that. Australia won a piece of the Khan Sharma, this leg spinner, brought in to replace Ravi Ashwin. Oh, that's beautiful. Never mind disconnection. That's as connected as a batsman will ever be. 11 from the over. 2 for 201.
Hello. We might have an issue, though. He's gone down to do a few stretches on that back, but he's having trouble getting back up. This is not a good sign. And we're saying he's taking it easy, but now we've got an issue.
Well, the thing that you don't want to do is stay in the one spot for a long period of time. It's obviously crouching over batting. There's a lot of pressure.
This is very sudden. This hasn't happened over the last half an hour. This has suddenly hit him in the last minute or 2.
Looks like he's going to go off. So that back has unfortunately resurfaced, and I think Coley Clark says it all there.
Such a shame. Absolute shame.
It'll bring Steve Smith to the wicket. Clark can come back. If anybody's not aware of the playing regulations, he can come back at the fall of a wicket.
It's glorious from Smith. Almost looked effortless. And there's the reverse sweep. Played perfectly. And it'll run away to the boundary. Clever batting. Nicely played. Time to perfection. It was almost swinging into his pads. And it might just be the tea time break. Has it ticked over? Yes, it has. So Australia 2 for 238. Dave Warner remains not out on 131 off 140 deliveries. What an innings so far.
So he is eyeing an area on the left of screen. We get left of screen. There's only 3 men. Yeah, there it is. If he threw it up, it was always going to go over there. Oh, he's gone big again. Ishant Sharma's underneath this. It's gone high and he's taken it. David Warner not happy. Not happy at all, but Khan Sharma gets his first wicket. Test wicket. It's a big scalp of David Warner, who'd hit 19 fours. He was tempted into 1-6 and it didn't come off.
Well, it's a bigger ground now, the Adelaide Oval. Days gone by, that probably would have got there, but now it's a bigger ground. He's holed out. But let's pause and enjoy what has been an extraordinary performance from David Warner.
Nice little period for England bowls. Oh, it's a good shot. Mitchell Marsh, lovely use of the feet. Hitting against the spin, not always easy to do, and hitting it well enough to take it to the boundary. Oh, lovely. Absolutely superb use of the feet and the placement to go with it. So Mitchell Marsh on strike. Uses his feet, uses them nicely. One bounced into the rope. Lovely strike down the ground.
Oh, it's well played. Just waited on it and pounded it backward a point for a boundary.
Well, VJ, he's proving to be tight at the moment. I'm not sure that he's got much venom in these offies.
That's crunched. That's what Mitch Marsh does really well. Big man, big stride and a lovely bat swing. Another boundary, starting to move nicely. 3 for 317. He's gone 4 from his 20, but well played. to this very talented young man, Steve Smith. His batting stocks continue to rise.
Yeah, he's not missing out too often, is he, Steve Smith? He's on a roll. A real purple patch in his career that's only in its infancy.
Tentative that time too. He goes to 57, no trouble at all.
Well, that's dead right. That was a lollipop delivery, and he was very uneasy landing at the crease.
Short ball put away by Mitchell Marsh. Ishant Sharma misses.
Oh, that was tough for Ishant Sharma. That got down to that boundary in a real hurry.
Steve Smith, he's been sweating on something like that for some time. Finally, he gets one away.
He picked up the length so quickly.
Slater, and I've got the man of the hour, the man of the day, actually, David Warner, with me. David, congratulations on another 100, but a different day today.
Yeah, thanks. It was quite tough early on there, the 63-second applause and, getting through that national anthem. I think that's where it probably set me off a little bit inside. Then coming out and playing, the way I did was a lot of adrenaline there, and I had to really bring it back, after I got going. So, it was good in the end.
Well, I've got some bad news for one of your teammates. Mitchell Marsh has just been dismissed. Good catch by Virat Kohli at fourth slip. It's always the way, mate. When we do an interview, someone gets out. Mitchell Marsh has played well for 41. That's just what India needed, though. They needed to make a breakthrough with his second new ball, and they've done that. Bit of extra bounce. Marsh pushes at it, goes straight to Virat Kohli.
So, yeah, that's what we're all thinking, Mike.
Bowls it!
He's bowled it.
Straight through the gap, so good bowling. Chapman with a new ball, making the most of it.
Well, the night watchman is on his way, questioning the decision to have one with so much play left in the day, but that's the end of Nathan Lyon, and that's a good result for India. They've toiled hard, they've found it very hard, and they haven't helped themselves throughout the day, but they've got this last bit of the day right. They've got rid of Mitch Marsh, which is really good, and now with Nathan Lyon, he's gone too. A couple of late wickets, 5 for 352.
Those catches in front of Brad Haddon. You see them in his periphery. Yeah! That's an edge gone! Another one! India strike! Right at the end of day one. Good areas. That was good bowling, making the most of the second new ball.
Massive. It's massive. They've turned this game on its head in the last 20 minutes, India, and done it with really good areas. Where's it been all day? Doesn't matter. It's there now. Healthy edge. They're right back in this game of cricket. Haddon's got to go. And now we've got a game.
Well, certainly had a very difficult time for Brad Haddon. Always hard coming out late. They did have the night watchman in Nathan Lyon, but he was dismissed. So Haddon had to bat, and now he's out. So tomorrow, Johnson, Harris, Siddle, they've got a job to do. But at least India feel like they're back in the game with those late wickets. At 6 for 354, the highlight of the day without a doubt. Dave Warner, 145 off only 163 deliveries.
Yeah, and well done to everybody. I thought the crowd's been fantastic. Both sides are fantastic. You see India in a little huddle here, giving themselves a pat on the back, just to say well done to everyone and well stuck at. They fought back in that last half an hour, and they're back in the context. We're in for another great day tomorrow too.
Oh, it's big. It's a big finish. They've done really well, that group of players on the screen there, to get themselves back into a game they were miles out of. Australia were cruising with Mitch Marsh at the crease and Smith as well, and they were absolutely doing it easy. And suddenly Mitch Marsh goes with the second new ball. Amazing how often that happens. Not sure about the night watchman. He went, and then Haddon had to come in, and now he's gone. It's been big for India.
Yeah, and the day itself has been unbelievable. The memories from today, including Dave Warner's 100. You'd have to say that they've done Phillip Hughes proud on day one of this Test match. We look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow from 10 a.m. Eastern Summer Time.
Three well-spread slips up with the wicketkeeper. Silly mid off.
Halfway down the pitch, he gets some swing and a play and a miss.
Bowls with nice shape, Mohamed Shami, and generally it's away from the right-hander. He has the ability to swing the odd one back in. But look at that seam, it's nicely up, isn't it? Just hits the seam and goes away slightly, which I think is a bit of a sign of this pitch. It's got a lovely, even covering of that bony coloured grass, but there is a bit of grass there, so a brand new ball will do a little bit.
Especially with these overcast conditions. Mitch Johnson and Ryan Harris will enjoy later today.
There's the first one. So they've tested him with everything first up. A very long wicket maiden. 6 for 354. Mohamed Shami giving Michael Clark a little taste of a cut shot.
Well, it's the width. You can never give width to world-class players. As soon as you do, they'll jump all over it, especially with the surface as good as this. And I don't care how bad Michael Clark's back is, when he's presented with this sort of width at that pace, it's pretty gentle. He'll just pound it through the offside.
Is that in the air? It's in the air and over. He's got enough on it. As he's running between wickets going, it's pretty sluggish, so you can imagine that Indians might be able to pepper his end with the returns time and time again, make him run. And that'll help him get closer to another one. That is a great shot, very fast hands, good bat speed. 6 for 374. Now it's Michael Clark now. Mohamed Shami. Short ball. He just leans back and blazes over third man.
He's got to get it right here, Mohamed Shami. That's not the right length to bowl to Michael Clark at the moment. You can see he's struggling. But if you give him a bit of width with a ball that's not short enough, up and over it goes. He's been practicing that shot. He wanted to play it last over.
Yep, he gets good bat on it. He's also grimaced. It's a single.
Well, you know, batting is a reaction game. You've got half a second to react to what the bowler bowls, and you know, there'll be people watching thinking, well, why doesn't he just not play that shot if his back hurts? But your decision's made for you. This is 20 years of practicing the game, and he's just reacting instinctively. And look at the pain. As soon as he does it, he knows that that's not what he should be doing.
Well, the injury's not so good, really. He's debilitated. Geez, time that. Just backing across, and Sharma's disappeared.
Maybe he should have the full back brace and the limited movement more often, because it hasn't affected his ability to hit the ball hard. Oh, this is an extraordinary shot. No real body movement at all. Just got his hands and the bat through the ball, and it has blistered to the fence. Look at that.
You're right, though. I think the conditions are going to be a bit like this the next couple of days, so I don't think there's any rush. Do the job in the first innings. Oh, you don't mind those. You don't mind them. He moves into the 90s.
Bread and butter. Stephen Smith, he loves it there.
He's showing a lot of skill here today, the way he's playing.
That'll do. There it is again. So he has to play differently. His back doesn't allow him to get into the positions he would normally be in. So he's manipulating it all. That's the 100th over. It's 6 for 400.
No!
Oh, it's nearly chopped back onto the stumps. We saw a moment yesterday when that was the case. As that face tells it all. Another grimace. So any violent movement of that lower back, obviously it shoots up the back or down the leg, or he's had 4 injections. I gather they're cortisone to try and settle it down.
Yeah, and he's got everyone on the edge of their seat, including us up here in the commentary box.
Represents a good shot from Steve Smith. That'll race away for 4. Good diverse distraction there, Slats, to get away from it here.
Out come the covers, unfortunately for Steve Smith. 98 not out. But Michael Clark, we're talking about the courage, is on 85. And yes, Warney picked it up. He's quite frustrated because he can't move as he would like. But the fact that he's out there means the partnership is a good one. 51 from 74 deliveries. Australia 6 for 405.
Right, well, we've got 2 balls left in this over from Varun Aaron. He's going to bowl them to Steve Smith, and as I said, he's on 98. We've got 2 catching men on the pitch. Here we go. Yes. He works at leg side. That could well be it. First ball after the break, it will be. Test match 100 number 5 for Stephen Smith, and that is a terrific innings.
I think he might be walking over to the number on the ground here to recognise Phil Hughes, and that's terrific stuff.
You can see out there taking a few deep breaths, trying to keep his emotions in check. Now Clark goes over the top, down the ground. And he's looking for 100 as well. Yeah. Clark going to find the boundary again here, is he? Oh, yes he will. Races to 97, Michael Clark. Oh, wouldn't this be 100 to savour? 6 for 421.
Won't feel any better, but he's done something special. Michael Clark's there as well. 28th Test century, none more emotional and none more under more pressure. As if the emotional anguish is not enough, he's had to deal with physical as well. He's put in hours and hours of physical preparation to get to this Test match. It looked as if it was going wrong last night. He's got another chance at it and done it perfectly. Meaty blow. Great cut shot.
Did that easily. Didn't try and hit it too hard, just made sure he timed it.
And he certainly has got the whole wagon wheel covered. And Aaron nearly had his game terminated. Smith knew he'd hit it hard and it was dangerous. 6 for 440. Short so that it gets swatted down the ground and way over everything.
I'll take that. Stephen Smith has just loaded up, more like a tennis shot. He's run in.
One for the over, mate, that.
He's dug it in. With the umpire saying it's 1 for the over, mate. Certainly 1. And Steve Smith's gone fetch that.
He's in rare form today, Gould. He's coming up with some beauties. That's 1 for the over. And you're probably hoping you get a few more. He decided to keep it well away from the bowler on this occasion.
Like swatting flies.
Oh, again, it's parted the hair of Aaron. It's 4 slap down the ground.
Well, chaps, we spoke about baseball, and that was a baseball shot.
I think one of the reasons why Gouldy's amusing himself is I think he feels he's in danger. That was absolutely smoked again. He's gone straight for cover.
Geez, he went down early.
Oh, I didn't think that would be far away. He's gone muscle-bound in front of the wicket all the time for the last 20 minutes. Finesse was never far away.
But what about how easy he did that? Absolutely no foot movement. Just knew exactly where the field was. Watch this. No foot movement. Easy as you come. Looks like he's playing under 12s there.
Steps away, gets the full slower ball and gives it the full treatment.
Well, that's just proper batting. High score in Test cricket for Steve Smith. He's brought that up with an absolute beauty.
Well, it's an even contest between bat and ball at the moment. You've got 3 batsmen with 100, 3 bowlers with 100.
You know, Bingy, you talked about a good bowling under the belt, 23, 25, 28 overs, but it hasn't been a long bowling effort, really. It has 110 overs.
There it is there. It's a lot of overs collectively. And keeping in mind, as we mentioned, the big summer coming up, huge summer of cricket.
Just light drizzle at the moment. Might be starting to come on. That's a step away, cut glide through 4th slip for 4.
Well, step away. Rain's coming down. He said, thank you very much. Help yourself. Michael Clarke just use the angle. As the rain falls, well, it's been an on-off day. Boos from the Crags. They want to see some great cricket. Smith on fire. Clarke on fire. It's all happening here at Adelaide Oval.
Well, we've just seen 8 4s. That's what the crowd don't want this to stop for. Just how good was that last shot? The last shot, get that in before the rain came. Well, thank you. And Steve Smith finishes on 142. I don't want to go. You have to go.
He said you're off this time. Great shot that. Steve Smith, a youngster but ahead of maturity. He's been on fire today, and so they should clap him off.
Everyone's delighted Michael Clarke got the triple figures. He's faced 140 balls. Steve Smith allows him off first. Steve Smith himself has faced 204 balls for his 142. Another milestone, just 8 away for him.
Yeah, it's been a very entertaining session. Some terrific batting there from particularly Smith with his stroke play. A lot of determination and willpower from Michael Clarke. And a bit of humour supplied by the umpire. I think Gouldy had a very happy half hour.
Must have had a Red Bull, I think, before he came out. He certainly enjoys his cricket, and the players love him. And they love interacting with the umpires. You get a lot of umpires that don't want to say too much, just go about their game and their business. Gouldy's certainly one that enjoys interacting. Indian bowlers have done a decent job. They've toiled hard with not a lot of result. But unfortunately, the rain falls just when Australia were really hitting their straps.
Now, we talked about this 3-hour session that was to be from 3:30 to 6:30 local time, and that might mean Michael Clarke bats on a little longer than he needed to save his bowlers not being out there for such a long period. But this might eat into some time. These covers have been on and off and on and off today. Might eat into some time. We might see the Australian bowlers not far away.
Well, good news from the Adelaide Oval, and welcome back for viewers who were with us earlier today. We've got some play for you. We haven't had a lot of play here on day 2 in this first test match. Only 96 minutes, in fact, but we're going to have, well, hopefully 21 more overs if we don't get some more rain. It's a little bit murky overhead, but it's cleared. There's no doubt it's cleared over the last half hour or so, so it's light enough. The umpires have said we are going to play, and I reckon Michael Clarke and Steve Smith will be delighted with the fact they're out there playing again, because not only will they have a chance to add to their total, 6 for 473 at the moment, but it also sets a bit of a precedent for the umpires saying they want to get out there and play. They want to resume the game. Only 5 singles in the over. Australia just making their way towards 500. 6 for 478. And that'll be 150 for Stephen Smith, his highest test match score. Lovely innings that. Just that one chance and over a go, but apart from that, he's been in total command.
Stephen Smith reaches 150 for the first time in his
Oh, that's a big wide. That'll be 5 wides. That's almost missed the cut surface, that. That's the 500. Keep your eye on Michael Clark. He's looking up towards the dressing room. He might be looking at Ishad Sharma. That's a horror, that.
Well, Ishant sees Smith go away the leg, tries to follow him and just gets it wildly wrong.
Oh, no.
6 for 501 Australia, and Michael Clark, no sign there that he's going to declare. I think the other thing that the umpires often use as a bit of a guide is the shadows of the players that are cast by the artificial light. If you look at the ground around the pitch area, you'll see that, you know, there you go, there's 4 shadows there coming off the fieldsman. That's always a worry for the umpires. They don't like to see that. They worry when the artificial light is dominating the natural light.
I just also wonder if they say that Mitchell Johnson and Ryan Harris are a lot faster than what the Indian bowlers are and more of a threat with the light because it's not ideal. I don't think that would be the case, and I'm sure Michael Clark's getting some info from the umpires about it. There's a good shot. That's an excellent shot. He's creamed that. Just used his feet nicely, trusted his eye and just swung through the line and absolutely spanked it.
And Michael Clark gets one through mid-wicket, and that'll go to the rope.
Yeah, good shot. You talk about, you know, the it's also being fresh makes you feel better. So these Aussie bowlers haven't had to be out there at all. But the Indians have only bowled 30 overs today. That's all they've bowled. Another one banged in short. Both Clark and Smith have had plenty of practice at this, dodgy back or not. And they're in good touch. They're going to keep smacking them to the fence.
The difference is the Indian bowlers have to look at the scoreboard.
Catch! Now Michael Clark picks out Pujara at square leg. That was a comfortable one, and the Australian captain will have to go, but what a terrific innings.
Well, the leg spinner picks up his first wicket, a simple one to Pujara, but Michael Clark is on his way for a fantastic innings, a brave innings and very, very courageous. Started at 60 today, but played beautifully for his 128 and a great reception from the crowd too. Mitchell Johnson's a good striker of the Cherries, handy player coming in down the order.
Been a heck of an innings, this. Yeah, look at that. That's a wrong one, I think. What an innings. Remember, yesterday we feared for his career as he left the field dejected. Just didn't know what to make of Clark's future. Today he comes back and makes 100. It's 7 for 517.
Discussion out there with the umpires, and they are the sole judges of whether the conditions of play are fair for both sides. Now, I reckon with that discussion, umpire Ian Gould's probably saying to Virat Kohli, who are you going to bowl? If you're going to bowl a fast man, I'm going to take you off. And he's probably thinking, well, that's great, we're happy to go. I don't think the Australian batsmen were all that keen to go, because they 7 for 517. The umpires have deemed the light unfit. Now, there used to be a time where the umpires would go to the batsman and say, what do you want to do? And the batsman, if they wanted to continue on, would say, OK, no, we're happy to, they can bowl whoever they like and we'll keep playing. That's not the case anymore. The umpires decide whether the game or whether the light is fair and fit for play. So they've obviously thought if fast men are bowling, it's not safe. And they've said to Virat Kohli, are you going to bowl your fast man? And he's probably said yes. And that's why they're now going off. So Steve Smith departs, 162 not out. His 5th 100 for Australia and his 3rd this year. So Australia find themselves at, well, just about stumps on day 2. I think it will be stumps, actually. So there it is, Australia 7 for 517. Day 3 continues tomorrow at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. Now, all those networks who go to news, you'll get your news straight from now, but from all of us here at the Adelaide Oval, it's a very good night.
Knocks him over! No ground can hold him. He's got it! Knocked him over! What a catch! What a catch that is! You beauty! Captain Courageous!
Welcome once more to the Adelaide Oval with the news that the Australians have declared their first innings at 517. India, therefore, will bat first up this morning.
Let's leg stump. Centre. Thank you.
Murali Vijay, 28th match. 1,700 runs, high score 167, good average 44.93. We'll see that a bit as we get to know and meet these Indian batsmen through the top order. As Mark mentioned, Michael Clarke on the left of screen in the corner of the square, the wicket block there. 3 slips, that's where he'd normally be, but he's not. Mitchell Johnson, new ball in hand from the Cathedral end. Maybe swinging into the right-hander or maybe angling across. Oh, it swung in and it was real full. Morning, James.
Morning, Ian Healy and everyone. Good start from Mitch Johnson. Full and swinging back in.
Again, he floats that one up. They're off the mark, the Indians.
Yes, it's...
Oh, that's an inside edge! Oh, put it down. What a magnificent effort from Brad Hatton. Pity he just didn't top it off.
I just wonder if it was his elbow, his right elbow hit the ground. I think he had this at some stage. There's the inside edge. He gets there. Now, in it goes, I reckon. Let's have a look. No, it doesn't. I thought it might have been his elbow that hit the ground there, but he already had lost it by then. Just couldn't get the hand underneath the ball. That's what he needed to do.
Look how much ground he covered. He got that right foot planted, which enabled him to keep going right with some sort of stability, and just couldn't get there far enough. Again, worked onto the leg side. Angle into the left-hander's pads. He puts it away. Harris can't do much about it. Half chances need to be taken. There's another great shot. A clip out of the middle of the bat. 14 from the over. None for 15. Ooh, decides to go leg side and does it well.
That's lovely footwork. Picking up the length quickly. That's what you need to do against the spinners. Thinking forward, then no, it's short. And there's no fieldsman out there. You haven't got to hit it that hard here. It's nice footwork.
I like Ryan Harris in the attack.
And gone. There he is, Ryan Harris. He just keeps coming at you. He's held a line outside off stump, a couple of straighter ones. Gets it through.
A good call, Warnie. Rhino breaks through. Sheer grit determination. Nice seam position, just darted back a little bit. Inside edge, he's on his bike.
Yeah, I think it's what I like about Ryan Harris. It's the lengthy bowls. He always tries to drag the batsman forward on the front foot. And if he gets the ball to nip, he'll get the outside edge or nip one back. He bowls really well to left-handers, so he's a good foil for Mitchell Johnson. Shikhar Dhawan's gone for 25. It's 1 for 30. Good to see the Rhino steaming in.
Nearly an outside edge. There he is again, Shane Warne, just in that nice area, probing away. It's worked nicely to the onside. It'll be a boundary. So that's a strength. We can see that already from Pujara. 1 for 41.
Now through the covers. That's well timed. That one might take some stopping. 13 from the over in the end. Half a chance for Australia, cost them 13 runs in the end. 1 for 59. Down the ground, lovely shot. Picked the right ball there, did Murali Vijay. Peter Siddle eventually went a little bit straighter, just got more towards the stumps, and Vijay picked him off.
And even then, even though that was well timed and was probably always going to the boundary, they were still running hard. They weren't taking anything for granted. He's a very graceful looking player, Murali Vijay, particularly when he hits through the offside. Every now and again on the onside he tends to try and flick the ball a little bit and provides an opportunity for a leading edge, but boy, when he hits through the offside, it's full face.
There's another one. There's another 100. No need to run for that. That's beautifully timed.
Oh, what a super stroke. Footwork and clean hitting. First 6 hit in this match.
Gee, pounced quickly. This is the stealth of the Indian footwork. Sees a little bit up out of the hand and he goes.
And Murali Vijay is not associated with that kind of advance either. And again, and again, tempted by Clark, who left the field up. This time not so well timed. Cat and mouse between batsman, bowler and captain here at the Adelaide Oval. It's 1 for 82.
Oh, he wants him again. He's said he wanted a big piece. You could tell by his body language he wanted a big piece of Nathan Lyon. He's got another one over the ropes. Good shot.
Great stroke. The best of Cheteshwar Pujara.
There it is. Falling in behind it in the field is the skipper, but that's 50. And they've run 3. Murali Vijay's played really well, and that's a nice half century. Oh, that's a good short ball. Murali Vijay's just allowed it to pound into his shoulder.
And he was hopeful that it was going to go far enough away from Brad Haddin he'd get a single. He did try to get out of the road, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, he was trying to get out of the road, so he's made an effort. So if that ball had gone a bit square, a bit more towards the umpire, he might have been able to get a leg by, get himself off strike, which would have been ideal. But Brad Haddin was quick to move away from his position there at wicket-keeper and keep him on strike.
Oh, and another good one. He's come back with good aggression, as Mitch Johnson, as I said, wouldn't have been happy with his work at the start of the innings. Oh, there we go. There's the breakthrough. Mitch Johnson, so impressive in this comeback spell.
That is nothing short of quality fast bowling. couple of short balls last over and just upset the footwork of Murali Vijay, who's played beautifully for his 53. But eventually, the persistence, the aggression have paid off, and he's got the one in the right spot, just angled across him. Vijay got the edge through to Haddon. Good 53, 2 for 1-1-1.
Oh, straight ball right on the helmet. And we've now got the players quite rightly making sure he's okay.
It's shaking him up, no doubt about that. And if someone should get hold of him, just need to take a bit of time. And I think that's what the umpires are doing. You should take that helmet back off and just have a bit of a look at it. But certainly, I'm not exactly sure what part of the helmet it hit. But quite often those helmets, when they hit, they crack and they're not as strong. So it'd be worthwhile just checking that out.
And I'll tell you what, he was showing the bravado there, Virat Kohli. You see him with his hand, just come on, let's get on with the game. The umpires were giving him the opportunity to take a bit more time. Mitchell Johnson was up there very quickly, making sure he was okay. And you can see when he walks away, Mitchell Johnson, he was visibly upset. But then when the umpires went down to Kohli, you can see there he's visibly upset. The umpires tried to give Kohli extra time. He didn't want it.
Staying in line, next ball, well done. Well handled by Michael Clark again. Has smashed off the pads. And it's set a real task for Mitch Johnson. Couldn't get there. So that'll be lunch. A really good half hour of Test cricket. Two great fast bowlers going hard at batsmen on a flat pitch.
Here we go, Johnson. Oh, there's a start. There's a lovely start after lunch. Forward to the skipper.
Yep, he's the juice, this bloke. He can really play. He's had a look at a half volley and he's just pounded it through extra cover. If he spends 2 or 3 hours at the crease, A, India will score and score quickly, but B, everyone watching will be really entertained.
Well, the curry that he had for lunch agreed with him. It's worked a treat.
Oh, that's 4. You get onto the pads of Virat Kohli, puts you away.
Yep, all day long.
Here's again. No ball, and it'll be 4 as well. Again, it's that nice timing, isn't it? It's not a big flamboyant drive. It's just an ease through that cover point region. Down the ground. Good punch again from Pujara. This may well be 50. It will be. Well compiled knock that.
Yeah, he's played really well. It's a good surface to bat on, but you still got to do it. And that shot, as he just enjoys the rich applause that he deserves, shows you that the margin for error for the bowlers is so slight.
That was a great shot. Jara again now moving along nicely. Just wait on the width. Too short, too wide from Harris. It's a mistake he doesn't often make.
Threaded through with great skill by Virat Kohli.
He's a very, very good player. And this is a very, very good surface to bat on. So put those two together. And big red flashing danger signs for Australia. One of the things I love about the way Virat Kohli plays is he doesn't try and overhit the ball. He just massages it into gaps, which all the great players do.
Yes! Well bowled, Nathan Lyon. Lots of quality cricket has got into that. Consistency from the bowler, spin, bounce, field settings, and the battle is won.
Excellent bowling, Nathan Lyon. 9 quality deliveries have brought about a wicket. You keep enough balls in the right spot when it's spinning and bouncing, a bit of luck goes your way. This one through the legs, the bounce off probably the mid-rift, back through the legs, not to the stumps. That's not luck, that's quality bowling. Quality bowling. Just the wicket Australia needs. He's broken the partnership of 81 between these two. Very tidy 73 from Pujara, but 3 for 192 India.
Off the mark with the boundary. Great credit to Rahane. He stayed patient, waited for the ball, sprung back, picked his spot.
Lovely footwork there. Maybe just a fraction short. Yeah, just missed the foot marks. But when he's only just come to the crease, didn't he use the crease nicely? Right back onto his stumps, gave himself a bit of room and found the gap.
Oh! That's a good shot. That's a really good shot. He waited for that ball, Rahane. It was a good line. Fraction wide, to be real harsh on Nathan Lyon, but it was a good shot.
Slices it through the offside, behind backward point. And there's the boundary. The ball now starting to move a little bit more with a reverse swing. That will be tea on day 3 of the first Test match, Australia taking on India. And they are 3 for 223. Kohli looking very good at the crease.
Does he pierce it? He does. He gets it through the gap just forward a point, and that's Kohli's first 50 of the summer.
Yeah, well played, Kohli. Fantastic batting performance, especially after he came in first ball, got bumped. Got a nasty one on the helmet. He's got through that. He's continued beautifully. 50 of just 86 balls, 6 fours.
The gaps are tiny, but that does not worry Rahane.
He likes dealing in boundaries, Rahane. That gives him 6 out of 6 fours in 27. He's had a bit of good fortune in this innings, but he's starting to look a little more comfortable now.
Oh, crunch. Slightly short, slightly wide. That's all it was. Rahane's on 39. 3 for 248. Oh, that in the air. It's catchable almost. But guess what? The results are 4 against the name of Peter Siddle.
Well, Nathan Lyon steaming in off the fence. Fantastic attempt. They're always tough when you're running in and you feel it as though you're going to lose your teeth if you get on a half volley. Good bounce by Peter Siddle, the quicker effort ball. In comes Lyon. Just before him. Unfortunately for Australia, it goes for 4.
Particular moment. This time a little slow one. Back foot through the covers.
Well, that's the only, I guess, the bad thing is that when you're trying this short option, you've got all your fieldsmen on the leg side. Then if you bowl one up, you've got a lot of protection on the offside. So Peter Siddle on that occasion got that one wrong. Batsman sweating on it, just waiting for the ball to be in a different position. Another cross-seamer by Siddle, the full hand. Loft cut, a slow ball. Well played.
Oh. Even that's a little bit short and wide. It still looked threatening.
Yeah, that's 50 for Rahane. Came in, he's been looking to play his shots right from the word go. And it's worked well for him today.
Ouch. That's a great shot from Virat Kohli. Super shot, straight down the ground. It might be worth now's a good time to change it up. I think you don't want to stay around the wicket too long, the same as you don't want to stay over the wicket too long. You want to mix it up, especially if there's not much happening. If you're taking wickets and you're all over the batter, then you don't want to change anything. You just want to bowl the same stuff. But when it's not quite happening, even though you're bowling well, just a change of angle can work it out.
That's well taken. I'm not sure he's hit it though. It was a really good effort at bat pad from David Warner, particularly after being hit on the ankle. Finally got one to balloon up off the pad. We've seen a lot go down. This one balloons up, but no edge. Ooh, a big turner, though. Turned a long way. This time, maybe. Yeah! This time, maybe, yeah. He's got him this time. Well bowled, Nathan Lyon. I reckon those two balls were just a bit quicker. He really did fire them in there. And he's got his man.
And it wasn't flat either. He fired it in with a quicker arm and really put some revs on it. Watch this bounce. This rips the glove off. That's a great cherry from Nathan Lyon. Real good change up, good change of pace, an absolute dolly for Shane Watson. Thanks very much, and you deserve that, Nathan Lyon. Well bowled.
That's the magic ball. In that little period before the new ball, when the game drifts a bit, something suddenly happens, and it's now such a different game of cricket because of it. 62 for Rahane. 4 for 293.
It's an early decision to go with that shot. It's absolutely smashed into the gap row at Sharma.
How easy was that? He has timed the ears off this one. Got into a good position and it's rocketed over the turf.
Just that look there from Nathan Lyon when he saw it just race away the fence, looked at the batsman, said, good shot, well played.
Oh, beautifully bowled. Magnificent late outswinging fast delivery from Ryan Harris. 4 for 306. Four fours in his first 3 overs today, and there's another one. Just over pitching, and Kohli jumps all over it.
Yeah, that's Kohli moving nicely into that well-controlled stroke. It can work for Mitchell Johnson. If Kohli gets going, the couple of deliveries, he feels like, yeah, this second new ball, overrated. I'm going to put it to the fence. It might just work in favour of Mitchell Johnson. He needs to set himself a bowling plan in the next couple of overs.
Oh, that's a better shot. That's the best of the lot, I reckon. He's hit that on top of the bounce, and that's 4.
Yeah, Johnson needs to fire up. There's no time to get yourself settled with ball in hand. He's got to be up to pace, and he's got to be nasty at the moment. These are sitting up beautifully for a man in form. Kohli, look at the class act.
We talk about timing. Get your VCR, tape that, play it back to the kids.
Oh, look at that. Pick the bones out of that. That is smashed away.
This guy can play.
Oh, it's over-pitched. That's a big gap. And that is beautiful timing. Second Test match 100 in Australia, both at Adelaide. Exactly what the Australian public need to see. A lot of Kohli. Oh, powerful pull shot. Short of a length, dispatched.
That's the sort of batting we've seen from Rohit Sharma in one-day cricket.
It's in the air. Ryan Harris. He takes a blinder. He takes a blinder. He's found it hard to pick up the ball a couple of times. He didn't mess that one up.
Great effort from Ryan Harris. He was in the shade from the stand and went up and went from the sun to the shade. He was late to move, but didn't he make up some ground, the Rhino, and took an absolute screamer in the deep. It went up in the air. It was a good bouncer again from Mitchell Johnson. You see him trying to pick it up. Brad Hatton's even looking down there. Sully makes some good ground coming in. It's so hard to do that in the outfield, to run in and take a catch late in the day.
No issue. Oh, now hang on. Now that front foot, I think now it's when it first lands. I think he's got something just behind the line. I think he's going to be just okay by a hair. Virat Kohli's gone for a well-played 115. Superb knock. What a catch from Ryan Harris. That's a screamer. Kohli's gone for 115. India 5 for 367. This is the final ball of the day.
Get ready, Mick.
He gets through it, so India will finish at 5 for 369. That's how it looks. A lot of starts to the Indian players, but Kohli the star. 115. He wanted to be there at the end. The Australians, well, they've tried really hard. They've bowled quite well for most of the day. 2 wickets to Johnson, 1 to Harris, 2 to Lyon. He's been exceptional, the offie. And India still trail by 148 runs.
We're all ready to get underway. The 4th day here at the Adelaide Oval, and up in the commentary box, James Brayshaw, Mark Taylor and Ian Healy.
Thanks, Mark. Nicholas, the pressure's on first ball again. Surely they can't have more pressure than the first 17 balls of this partnership. The last part of day 3 was harrowing for the Indian batsmen. Mitchell Johnson firing up. There was pressure everywhere, and they got through it. Rohit Sharma is on 33 not out from 62 balls. And that's danger territory. He's known to be getting starts and getting himself out. Can he get through tonight? Today, 62 balls so far. It's a good start. Great conditions. There's no better conditions than these in Adelaide on the morning of day 4. It's reasonably cool. It's nice and sunny. Great seeing. And at the other end, Riddhiman Saha, the wicketkeeper, he copped some beauties. And he's still out there. Good morning, fellas.
This morning, Ian. James and everyone at home, yeah, should be another absorbing day of Test cricket here. They're 5 for 369, still trailed by 148. Australia will be hoping to bowl India out for another 50 or 60 runs, have a 100-run lead. And obviously this partnership's the big one. Only the bowlers to come after this. So if Australia can do that, take a 100-run lead into the second innings, they could still make another 200, 250 tonight and have all day tomorrow to bowl India out. Now, India will be thinking, we get through to lunch. It's very difficult for Australia, and they'll still think they're a chance, if they get up towards 500, of bowling Australia out cheaply in the second innings and still winning the game.
There's runs first up. It's going to be 2. Big full toss, gets it through the gap.
That was one of those situations where a bad ball nearly got a wicket. It was a big full toss and hit in the air in between the 2 men in the covers, or ones that cover Mitchell Marsh and mid-off. There it is, wide. That's could easily have gone to Mitchell Marsh. It was catchable high. That's all the pressure of the previous deliveries have led to that shot. In the end, it's a boundary, but it's a risky one.
Well, that's well timed. Really well timed. He's given him 3 practice runs, Mitchell Johnson. And Saha picks up the 3rd.
Yeah, it's nice batting. Again, not overhitting the ball. I'm impressed with this young wicketkeeper.
Down he comes. He gets hold of it as well. So good aggressive footwork from Sharma, and it'll get to the boundary rope as well. It's a controlled risk. He moves into the 40s.
He needs to be a bit careful, Rohit Sharma. Too often he gets a decent start in an innings and he gives it away. That Test series we were talking about earlier, I think yesterday, he got 28 at the Rose Bowl, Southampton, and he holed out playing a lofted or an attempted lofted shot off Moeen Ali. He's too good a player to throw his innings away when he gets a start, but unfortunately he does it way too often.
He's such a talented player, Rohit Sharma.
He's got all the shots against fast bowling. Spinners, he uses his feet well, he sweeps well. He's got all the shots against the spinners. Probably got too many options.
And taken. It's taken. Nathan Lyon. He gets banged down the ground for 4. Gets it up there again and gets a reward. Big wicket.
That's a very good piece of bowling, especially after you've been whacked down the ground. He flighted it well and just drifted it away from Rohit Sharma, and I think that's what caused him to try and hit the ball to the onside, and he finished it off beautifully, Nathan Lyon. That's an excellent catch. Terrific wicket. And Sharma is gone out in the 40s, and it's 6 for 399.
So at the moment, Nathan Lyon all over Sharma.
Surely 3 in a row, 3 strikes and you're out. Baseball for you, chaps?
Wrong game, mate.
He'll be walking off the Adelaide Oval. Terrific bowling, Peter Siddle. Nearly with a first delivery. Very comprehensive with his second.
Yeah, that's clean bowled. The big cover drive. It looks like it just hooped back in a little bit from Peter Siddle there. A tad of a reverse for him. He's worked hard for that wicket, Peter Siddle. And the big cover drives against the off spinner wasn't quite working. But Peter Siddle with the off, with Sharma going for the big cover drive, the in-swinger. He's on your bike. Clean bowled Peter Siddle. He's gone for 4. India 7 for 406.
I haven't seen Nathan Lyon bowl this well ever. Got the right pitch to do it. It's fantastic.
He's hit that all right. Has he got enough on it now? Back, and dropped. Well, that's a sitter. That is an absolute sitter in the end. He went back. He probably had another metre between himself and the rope, and wow, that is an absolute dolly.
The only thing I can think about there, Mark Taylor, is the shade. Just have a look. He's running back. He's in the sun at the moment. Just at the end there. Oh, and that's got him in the face. That's a good old-fashioned falcon.
The only other potential issue is not knowing where the padding was as he went back.
Catch it! Yeah! This time, has he got it this time? He has. All back plan. Well done, Nathan Lyon. Stuck to his guns and got his man, and boy, did he deserve that.
Even Saha just paused at the crease for a minute, giving the body language impression that he wasn't overly happy, but the Australian players were absolutely adamant that there was something there. So let's have a look. Inside edge, it needs to be. It doesn't look like there was. So he had every right to stick around.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple of noises there. We'll come back and have a look at that. Didn't look like an inside edge from that angle, but Saha's gone for 25, 8 for 422. For Nathan Lyon, well bowled, really well bowled. He's getting lovely shape, bounce and turn, and thoroughly deserves a 5-wicket.
Congratulations, Nathan Lyon, his second 5-wicket haul in Australia. Well done. He's had it all today. In the last 2 days, he's bowled so well. Plenty of flight, plenty of turn. Boys, congratulate him. Beautiful action. The bounce off the glove. Straight to Stephen Smith. Thank you very much. Hold the ball up. You deserve it.
There it is. He's got a fair bit of it too. That'll do me very nicely. Just about 5 or 6 rows back. Thank you very much.
Crunch. You called it 2 overs ago, Mark Taylor. He has absolutely lathered that.
Edge. Oh, good catch. Shane Watson at first tip. That's a really good catch.
Beautiful catch off the edge of the bat. Shane Watson. Lovely set of hands.
So Australia take a 73-run lead into the second innings, and there's still lots of time left in this game. Time for India to bowl Australia out if they're good enough, and then chase something down, or Australia can score early enough, set India up something for tomorrow. But so we've now got an absorbing test match in offer here. Here we go, over the wicket to Chris Rogers.
The lead of 73. And I think Chris Rogers needs to be busy, probably busier than he was in the first innings. He's got to knock the ball around, get down to the end, play the favourite square drives when the ball presents itself, and put some pressure on as well.
And straight away, David Warner pulls out the magic.
And Gould just waiting for the clock to tick over. It has done now, so we're away.
Lovely ball, Kern, lovely.
And that is hit in the air, straight to the fieldsman. Big wicket. Disappointing for Rogers, who'd got himself underway. Ecstatic, this Indian group, they get their first breakthrough.
Yeah, good line from the bowler. Got it outside off. Chris Rogers taking up the chance to trying to heave one over mid-on or mid-wicket. In the end, it was sort of a bottom edge. It wasn't well hit. He's hit it straight to the fieldsman, Rohit Sharma. Rogers departs for 21. It's 1 for 38.
That's way too short and hammered. Plastered through cover.
A lovely contrast there for that previous one that we were talking about. That was just a little bit shorter and a little bit wider, so he had more of an opportunity to really open the arms up, back away and hammer it. It didn't spin or bounce as much as the other one either. So he could free the arms, hit the 4 on that occasion. Previously it was a punch for 2.
Warner doing what he does best. He's caught a good piece of that. Smashed it down the ground. And the umpire wants to have a look and see whether it went all the way or fell just inside the field of play.
This is a good ploy because part-timers aren't used to bowling a lot of overs. That's 4. Yeah, they're not used to bowling a lot of overs, and you know, if they get taken to by a batsman, they're off. The captain gets rid of them. So he's not used to having to cope with a bit of stick.
And there's the reverse. All the tricks coming out of the bag.
VJ around the wicket. Warner swipes him over mid-wicket, which is unprotected.
And he's starting to find his feet now, Dave Warner. It is a 6, and it was with ease. So once again, 43 from 48. It took him some time to get going, but now his strike rate is up to over, oh, it's nearly 90. 89.58.
This time he gets inside the line and bangs it wide of mid-on all the way.
And check out the timing. He is absolutely laser. Australia, 1 for 77.
Well, nicely tickled past Saha, the wicketkeeper. Handy 4 to pick up. Oh, he works beautifully from his legs. Over pitched, leg side, boundary.
Yeah, just got a bit too greedy there, Sharma. Not a bad line, but when you bowl to such a talented person like Shane Watson, that's what happens. Just the timing, just a fraction too straight. Beautiful piece of timing there from Watson.
Just the final clip with the wrists past the fielder that's placed there for the plan. Almost. Second half century for David Warner.
Well batted. Very, very well batted.
He's been patient this morning.
Oh! Just out of Sharma's reach. Warner has a moment. Ball sort of stops in the pitch.
Well, you can barely believe it, really. That it's got in between the bowler, and I think the captain's got himself there at short mid-wicket. Look where he's placed this. That's when you're having a good run. There's another man just coming into your shot on the right. There he is. Captain.
Oh, that's fast and straight. Oh, he's got some pace up here, Varano. That's 143k. Maybe just outside the line, but there's a bit of tail going in.
What is that?
Well, look at that one. So it tails in just slightly, and an inside edge onto the pad, maybe. Have I got two yeses to the side of me?
It just flipped over a couple more when you said I'm in the yes category, Slats. I reckon it went up a couple of percent. So that's what you're worth, at least a couple of percent, mate.
He won't today. He will not today, Dave Warner. He goes on 66. And Aaron is only into his second over, showing great effect.
I'm in the no category. I don't think he'll get him today. Well, apparently he's got a second chance. They're saying that he might have overstepped.
Oh, well, he might today, Ian. I'm staying in the yes column.
I might hang in the yes column now too.
Oh, it was a big mo to the onside, wasn't it, Warner? Trying to be ultra aggressive. He got it wrong, loses his poles, and then it's a no ball. So that's pretty handy.
And I think that reaction from the crowd tells you how much they enjoy watching him bat. Amazing ovation.
So that voting, 266,000 of you was saying 100 for Warner, and now Warner saying come on to Aaron. Well, good fortune. Tough going for the bowler, isn't it? Through the gap it goes. So Watson this time off the blade, and we'll get there.
Mohamed Shami takes the ball after tea, and he's at the river end. First ball to David Warner. Pitches outside leg, probably missing leg. They have a shout anyway.
Oh, that's out.
Shami's done it. Hasn't had to wait for Aaron.
What that shows, that reverse swing's come into play. Shemi's always been a genius with reverse swing, in and out. On this occasion, he picks up the massive wicket of Shane Watson, who's been on fire. Just a little bit off the wicket. Fortunately for Australia, Watson departs.
Well, that's edge too, is it? It's off the hip or the back. The umpire says it's hip.
Well, there's a big noise. That's glove. Bottom of the glove. I reckon I can see a little hot spot there. And that is out.
No, it's not. The umpire said it's not.
No DRS.
Oh, good shot. They've gone 4 in-swingers, I think. And they've left one swinging away, and it's been put away.
Yep, exactly what's happened to Ian Healy. He's gone for the glory ball, trying to get the edge.
Well, that's out. Big, thick edge. He's flashed at that.
Yes!
And Aaron finally gets a wicket, and it's got to be said, he deserved that. He's run in and bowled quickly, and he's finally got a wicket.
Yeah, it was a flash. And he'd looked very much in control, Michael Clark. On this occasion, it bounces a bit more. There's a genuine effort there from Aaron. He's got some pace about him. And wickets will slow things down. It's 3 for 168.
And there we are. second 100 in this match for the second time in a calendar year, if you can believe it. What a cricketer this is.
That's a gorgeous stroke from Steve Smith. Once again, he plays a shot with such ease. Here goes the big one. This time he gets it. That's crashed through extra cover, a little bit in the air. Always safe. There he goes again. This time he doesn't get it right, and he's bowled. So the spin back onto the stump, and Dave Warner departs.
Once again, a bit of innovation from David Warner, but a nice piece of bowling from Sharma. He got it fuller in bowling round his legs as if he was a right-hander. What a hand from David Warner. 100 in each innings of a test match, twice this calendar year.
What a run. 6 in 11 tests.
Talk about hitting it hard, Mark Taylor. There's the example of it. Two things there. Good use of the feet and how powerful he is. Oh, that's all right as well. That's a little bit better. It's a miss hit, but it still flies to the boundary.
Wait till he gets older one. This ground won't be big enough. I tell you, he hits them a long way, Mitchell Marsh.
Have a look at that. That's a huge hit from Mitchell Marsh. Well struck. That's a massive strike. Using his feet to the leg spinner and just went whack. Good afternoon, James Brayshaw and Ian Healy.
This man on screen is capable of some of the longest drops you'll see in world cricket. He is a massive man, Mitch Marsh, and he's got enormous leverage with big levers and great bat speed, and he can hit the ball a huge distance.
Oh, he's gone again, inside out, over cover. I don't think he's got all of that, but it's gone in the gap too. One bounce for 4. This is excellent batting, unselfish batting from Mitchell Marsh, and good striking.
I love the way he's gone about it. You should always put the team before yourself when you play this game, but a lot of people don't. Mitch Marsh, in the early stages of his career, has walked out and said, well, whatever happens to me is irrelevant. I need to get the team into a position where we can win this game of cricket.
Oh, Mitchell Marsh goes again. I'll tell you what, he's got this too. Oh, it's another upper decker. Might have been hung onto in the crowd too. Good snare. Man in the green shirt. Give his mates a high five too. Didn't spill a drop.
It's a middle decker, you'd call it probably, Warnie. There is another deck on top of this, but have a look at Mitchell Marsh. He says, hang on, I can lift this. His footwork is excellent, and then his power kicks in. He just lifts it out of the middle of the bat.
Oh, Mitchell Marsh has gone again. Oh, 3 in the over. Thank you very much. Bring him on from both ends, Mitch Marsh. Oh, he's had another go at it. He's got it up and under. I don't think he's got enough of this. He's under, he's got it. Murali Vijay, I think, is the man. Is excellent striking from Mitchell Marsh. An unselfish innings. Wanted a big piece of it again. Fantastic batting for Mitch Marsh. Well appreciated by the crowd. 40 off just 26 deliveries and 3 big Dorothys.
Yeah, that's how you get respect. Respect from the people you play with, certainly respect from the people you play against, and respect from the cricket community and everyone watching. You put the team above yourself and you do exactly what's required to give your team a look at winning the game. Well done, Mitch Marsh. A fantastic innings.
Shot from Brad Haddon. Good shot, just waited for it nicely. Excellent stroke.
Classy player, Brad Haddon. He always has been. Minimum of fuss in his batting. Always been a very, very clean hitter of the ball. A good use of the crease there, getting right back and then bang. Good shot of it there too.
And there's the 50 to Steve Smith. Well played. It's tough at times. Been some tough bowling. The spin came in with David Warner. Played very, very well for his 50. That'll be it. I think that'll be stumps. The clock's ticked over to 6 o'clock. Australia have had another fantastic day. They lead by 363. They'll probably declare overnight and have a day of bowling out India and win another test match for Australia and have a chance at that. We'll see you then.
Beautiful day here in Adelaide. 34 is the expected maximum. Nowhere near that yet. Blue sky, no clouds. Had one day of rain, otherwise it's been superb. Ryan Harris again. Oh no! Dismissed. Dragging it on in the first innings with Shikhar Dhawan, and it nearly happened again. India require 364, so they've got plenty to do. Oh, a bit of glove and taken. There we are. They're underway, the Aussies. Dhawan's got to go. And Mitch Johnson, the destroyer, has done the job again.
Absolute crack of a ball that. Mitchell Johnson steamed in, 142 Ks. I'm not convinced it's flicked his glove or the bat. We're thinking shoulder up here, but let's have a look. Cross seamer. And I think the answer is very, very clear.
Well, unhappy man walking off. The query will be if it caught a little bit of the glove before it pounded into his shoulder. We'll have to have another look, but he's got no option but to depart. 1 for 16. India with a mountain to climb. Pujara's out in the middle because Shikhar Dhawan has been dismissed.
So 2 catches the onside and you've got a bat pad in the off. Oh. There's a nice stroke. Now it's square here at Adelaide Oval. It's a longer boundary these days, but it's a beautiful turf. It rolled there quite swiftly. They've got to keep wickets intact. That is crucial, and it looks difficult against Nathan Lyon, as you anticipated. That's worth a shot. He lets it go. That's very risky indeed. Nicely played. See, that's the use of the feet. I reckon that's a good way to go. The way to ruffle a spin bowler is to try and get to the pitch of it. Always a gap there.
Well, that was in Michael Slater's explanation before play. We did a thing with Warne bowling, Taylor, Healy, Chappell around the bat, Slater batting, and he said if you can, by using your feet, change the bowler's length, you can rock back and cut the ball. Exactly like that. Because of the bounce. It sits up to be hit. It's not skidding through low.
He's a very good player, Pujara. Very, very good player, both pace and spin, and he's calm at the crease. And again.
Yeah, and that's when you can start to frustrate the spinner. He knows he should be doing better than this. Nathan Lyon, he's got to use the experience now. Just hang tough, stay consistent with his thoughts.
Here's Harris back into the attack. Oh, it's in the air for a while, but beautifully timed as well. Races away for 4. Well, that's 4 more. Very risky, well controlled. This time he goes in the gap. Oh, wow, there's a shot. That is risky, it's timing, and it's placement, and it's long.
It is long. That's a big boundary, and it's comfortably gone over that big boundary.
Oh, that's close. He's let it go. It maybe bounced too much. And that's what Erasmus thinks. Nathan Lyon can't believe it.
It's knee roll. Oh, to me, that's Maria Erasmus's finger must have been twitching.
This time, edging that. Yes, he's got him. Well done, Nathan Lyon. He hung in there. And in the end, he's got the wicket with the one that skidded straight on. Terrific bowling, and Brad Haddin, good catch, good catch.
Yeah, we'll get Ian Healy to have a look at the catch, but certainly it was good bowling. The areas are better. That's the line. Must stay there. As soon as he gets straight, he gets out of the foot marks and makes it much easier for the batsman. Once he gets the line right, big healthy edge and a big wicket. India 2 for 57.
Century maker from the first innings has come to the crease. This will be tough. Will be very tough to start.
He'll be looking to get out there. He'll play that funny little whip through mid-wicket. He'll use his feet a little bit. He'll use the crease. He's a good player of spin.
That's a good stroke. Whip. Oh, I'll go for it, Warnie. That's an extraordinary stroke, because the wrists in this are almost like rubber. How do you rate that one, Ian?
The difference was, I'll bet you, there was no buckling at the knees there. Maybe from the bowler, but not from the batsman.
He's made a mistake today. He's missed one LBW, no doubt about that.
Absolutely tagged into the gap. Hit that really hard.
He's him away. Right in that area. That's too short. He takes him all the way.
Kohli's very quick to pick length.
Squared him up. He's got it down to third man. That'll be 4. Boy, that's race down there. It's the other thing about this hot day and a bit windy as well. It's drying this outfield right out. In the air, but safe. Loops over, sort of backward point for 4. Nothing going to hand at the moment for the Australians. He sweeps for 4. Take that, he says.
Yeah, he's a counter-puncher. Loves the counter-punch, loves the fight.
Beautiful shot. Line just a touch short, allowing the batsman to go way back and watch. He takes a swing. Brad Haddin's just moved that man in, and Kohli's taken on the shot. Oh, you like seeing that as well, because it's a beautiful shot.
Well, that's as good as we've seen today. That's against the spin. He gets the length he's after.
Four runs. The one concern you might have, patient as he may want to be, is tiredness. Whether the fingers get a bit tired, he just simply needs a break. Take him off, try somebody else, get him back half an hour later. Oh, nicely done. That's what Murali Vijay loves to do. And it's an interesting gamble, not a gamble, a gambit maybe from Brad Haddin to leave the fielder up.
And that's been struck beautifully through the offside. It's that man Kohli again.
He's in tremendous touch.
It's really important the way he starts, the first couple of deliveries.
Well, that was a fully, so that's not the way he wanted to start.
First one, as we said, was a bit of filth, a full bunger, but after that he's landed them pretty good.
There's that fully again, same result. Same result, so 2 boundaries in the over, 2 balls remaining. All valuable runs to India. Nicely played. It'll run away for 4. Really was well played. He hit it late. It wasn't the worst delivery from Steve Smith. But these two are going along nicely. Kohli waited and waited, and the 200 is up for India.
Out he comes. There's no protection out there. Slams it for 6. Oh, out he comes. whips it into the mid-wicket area. So Murali Vijay gets himself to 99. More fluent, he tacks on the fielder, makes it. One tough performance. 100 in both innings. And your captaincy debut.
He's got plenty, Virat Kohli, and you can see what it means to him.
Sure. Oh, it's close. This time, yes! He's given it this time! Oh, no! Murali Vijay can't believe it. He's probably out on 25. That was 4 days ago. And now on 99, he eventually falls to Nathan Lyon. What a moment in this test match.
What a test match. Oh, I think that's out, Murali. I think that's out. Squared himself up, trying to work it away square on the leg side. Hit all around it, and he stands there in utter disbelief. Kohli goes with him. He wants to tell him what a job he's done. He needs to find focus himself here. Suddenly there's a lot of drama, and it doesn't necessarily relate to the wider picture. What an innings.
Unbelievable from Murali Vijay. I think it wasn't dissent that. It was just disappointment, pure shock that he missed it.
Catch it! Yeah, he's got another one. That's straight out. He's gone bang, bang, Nathan Lyon. It's what Australia needed. We've got a game now.
There's the floodgates. There it comes. One comes too quickly. Very hard, as we've been saying, for the new batsman to start. That was there, went bang, bang, bat pad. It was a big edge. You can see the big edge. Super stuff, we called it. Here it comes. Lyon remain calm. And bang.
Well, he hasn't got anywhere near it, has he? That's why he looks so shocked. But I'm afraid the rub of the green in cricket turns quicker than almost you can blink an eye. A duck for Ajinkya Rahane. One feels for him, as one did for Vijay. But this game has suddenly turned 4 for 2 for 2.
Rohit Sharma's the new man. He fell to line in the first innings. He's at the non-strikers end. Oh, there it is. That one's 4. Boy, this guy's a good player. 8 from the over. Kohli might still be going for him. 4 for 252.
It's a full toss and it's through. It was chunked, but it might be chunked well enough. It is. It's a bit of a gift for a new batsman at the crease.
Yeah, and a settler for Sharma.
Go!
Smashed, as he's done so often, with such brilliance for 4.
This guy's brilliant. He is absolutely brilliant.
Oh, beautifully played.
He's a class act. He's got all the shots.
Well, Michael Slater, I know how much you enjoy watching quality batting, and how much of that have we seen in this game? David Warner has been extraordinary with 200s. Steve Smith batted magnificently. Michael Clarke batted magnificently, and now this man has put on a display that you would pay a lot of money and go a long way to see.
Every moment of every day has been stunning test match cricket, if you ask me, and we're going down to the wire. I've got to admit, he's my favourite right-hand player in the world. Just the way he goes about his business.
Highest test score, as you can see. And don't bowl there either. 4 more. Is that in the air? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now then, Rohit Sharma on his way. A very good piece of fielding from a very good fielder. And Nathan Lyon, his game just gets better.
Yeah, it's electric here at the Adelaide Oval, and all the Aussies have gone up. He's toiled all day, Lyon, and he's starting to get his reward off the glove. And then Warner did the rest.
You can't do much else to that. It's an unbelievable delivery, using the conditions perfectly. And of course, it's not the established batsman, it's the newbie. He's out for 6, 5 for 277.
And this man has just batted with unbelievable skill today. Saha on strike. And he comes down and says, have some of that all the way. I think we've got a fair indication that they're still pushing really hard, the Indian team.
75 to win now. 69, in fact, to be precise, after that 6.
That's a good delivery too. I thought Brad hadn't had his hands full. They might get a stumping here. It was up out of the hand. It was drifting away. Saha saw none of it. He just saw it like a watermelon and smashed it.
Does that change the thought about the second new ball? The strength of that stroke? It's a big decision from Brad Haddin.
Well, I think that's a great sign for Brad Haddin and Darren Lehmann. I think they want India continuing to go at it, because then they'll be presented with wicket-taking opportunities. That's a good strike. It's a long boundary. Now a savage sweep, and that's 4 more. Wow. Game on. Wicket! There we are. Nathan Lyon, for the first time in his career, has 10 wickets in a match. Can he, will he bowl his country to victory?
You picked it, James. They don't mind seeing Saha play like that, but this one's a little different. It was too reckless. Great bowling from Nathan Lyon. Flat, shorter. It's not there to play the shot to. And the top of middle comes into play. That's huge for the offie.
Yeah, he got it wrong, didn't he, Saha? He got it wrong. It's 6 for 299.
Oh, there's another one. A hard sweep now. Is that in the gap? Yep, sure is. Just the placement on that onside all day. The few whips through mid-wicket and a couple of sweeps. That was full. It wasn't quite there. Just showed his class. Oh, it's in the air. He's under it. Got it. There it is. Can you believe it? Mitchell Marsh. The smile. Is that the game? Is it all over now as Australia got it? Nathan Lyon strikes. Mitch Marsh hangs on to one. Virat Kohli, he cannot believe it. What a knock. What a way to go. 141 with only 60 to get. He just can't believe he's done that after all the great shots he's played. Phew, that was a pressure catch.
You're right, Shane Warne. That's the end of a superb innings. You won't see a better fifth-day innings than that. In the end, it doesn't quite get it. Mitchell Marsh makes an absolute meal of it in the deep. In the end, he catches it at, 6 inches off the ground with his fingers pointed at the sky. That's how nervous he was. He knew that could be the game right there, and so does Virat Kohli. Departs for one of the great hundreds seen at this ground. Listen to this ovation.
Crease. He has one at the swing, and it's over the slips. That'll race away for 4. I think you forget the blocking. One at the stumps he might try and block. Anything else is throwing the kitchen sink at it. 7 for 309.
Drink.
Oh, there's one down the ground. It's mid-off under it. Has he got it? Yes. He'll swallow it. Mitchell Johnson swallows it. Shammy's gone for the downtown music for a big boundary. He hasn't been able to clear Mitchell Johnson. And there's number 8.
You'd have to say that's not a terribly good shot, that. He's trying to heave it over mid-on, I think, and a bit of a leading edge. Or bat's spun around in his hands. Spearing at the stumps. Where's he trying to hit this? Yeah, over mid-on. Spins in his hand. That bat loops up. Mitchell Johnson, comfortable catch. Australia now just 2 wickets away. Shammy gone for 5. 8 for 309.
Varun Aaron's had a promotion up the order.
And the crowd are into it here at the Adelaide Oval.
The biggest swinging from Mitch. He's battled all day, Mitchell Johnson. A lot of short spells. He had the ball swinging, he had it reversing, but couldn't really control it, but he couldn't ask for anything more. First ball of the new ball.
What a cracking delivery. That was going to get a lot of batsmen out. It's the way in which that swung back. Sometimes it goes, sometimes it doesn't. That's lethal. So 9 wickets, Australia. They need one more.
Hitting middle, maybe middle and leg halfway up.
Let's not forget Brad Haddin's been captain this afternoon. Michael Clark has been having scans on the other hamstring, so that's not good news. They're out there playing for the skipper as well. So close. A wicket maiden to Mitchell Johnson, 9 for 315.
Well, angle of Johnson and the swing away to after that angle had Karan Sharma swiping at that delivery. How lucky was he not to nick that into the slips? Ishant Sharma was criticised by the Australians when he took a single, a leg by at the start of that over, and left the debutant on strike to take Mitchell Johnson with the new ball. Now he's got the strike back.
Nathan Lyon will continue with the new ball. Don't know that he's bowled with the new second over too often or for a while. And so he should be still bowling as well. 6 for 152 of his figures.
Will be man of the match, Nathan Lyon, and richly deserved. 11 wickets, bowling your country to victory.
So Ishant Sharma comes down.
That's it! Nathan Lyon gets 7. What a performance! They've won by 48 runs. It has been a stunning test match. I think I saw the most relieved cricketer I've ever seen in Mitchell Marsh when he took the catch of Virat Kohli. Nathan Lyon, these scenes are a release of the pressure he's been feeling bowling in second innings. Today he's got it done and topped off beautifully, because Brad Haddin would have the strongest sense of satisfaction of a job unbelievably well done with the gloves in tough conditions. A stumping down the leg side to finish.
And whether it was intended or not, the group ended up right near the number 408. And it's just meant so much to these players to play well in this game. And for Nathan Lyon to take 12 wickets and get rid of that monkey off the back about being able to perform on the 5th day. Look at this.
Scoots down the leg side, as Ian Healy says. Look at that from Brad Haddin. And fill-in captain, because Michael Clark has been off. I think the skipper's back in the house, though. He's been watching this. Jubilation. They have been through so much in the last 2.5 weeks.
They're up against one of the best teams in the world. A bit unknown in that top order. Everyone knew the reputations and the quality of the batsmen. And they had to work long hours as a tribute to the 13th man, Philip Hughes.
And then they lost 8 for 73 in 93 minutes. So it took a turn. It was a very difficult day for India to bat through, but Australia, through Nathan Lyon, the man of the match, were able to get there by 48 runs.